All right, welcome to this EPANET video on how to add a demand multiplier to your EPA network. Specifically, this is for a steady state simulation. You're only simulating it for one time step, and you just want to multiply all of your base demands by some number. So what we're going to do, here is a network that I've created. This is a steady state simulation. So currently, all of our demands we have up here in this northeastern part of the network, demand of 1 gallon per minute, and then here surrounded by 4 gallon per minute, and then 5 here. So these are all the base demands I have loaded in the network. So what we want to do is assign all of these nodes a pattern. So you'll see this property called demand pattern. So let's go to our browser, go to patterns, and we're going to create a pattern. So our ID is pat-1. Let's describe this as peak flow, comma 2.5. And then for a steady state simulation, all we need to do is input our multiplier here. So let's do 2.5. All right. So this pattern will just, for a time period of 1, we'll just multiply the base demand by 2.5, which is what we want to do. So if you're doing an extended period analysis where you have shifting demands through a 24-hour period, perhaps it goes high in the early mornings around 6 to 8 a.m. when people are showering or maybe irrigating their lawn, and then it slowly decreases throughout the day, increases back in the evening, right? So you can add those patterns here, but for now we're just going to use this one-time step at 2.5. So hit OK. Now we need to assign all of these nodes that pattern. So you could do it one by one, or you could use the group select tool. So you just have to click to create points, left click, and then you right click to finish it. So it'll select everything in this window. So you go to Edit, Group Edit. So for all the junctions here, replace demand pattern with pat-1, which is what our pattern was named by default. Hit OK. It tells us how many junctions were updated. 11 is what we expect because we have 11 junctions. Click on one. All right, see, it was assigned. Perfect. All right, so now if we input, so let's see, so base demand, right? 5 is equal to our demand, 5. Now if you run it, all right, now it was 5, now it's 12.5. And this was 4, now it's 10, right? So our demand was multiplied by 2.5. But the base demand is still the same, right? So the base demand doesn't change. That's the average demand. But your demand for this time step changed. So that's how you do a demand multiplier. And you can see our velocities increased from about, I think, 0.3 to about 0.8, right? So this is all valuable information to have. You can also see our pressures dropped very slightly because of the higher velocities and the increased head loss. So that is how you do that. So thanks so much for watching. Best of luck.